Good morning everyone, how are we all? Hope everyone is alright. It's Friday the 25th of September and autumn is well and truly on the way. It's starting to get chilly. I'm quite chilly just sat here now and it's looking a lot like autumn outside. The sun is out, there's no clouds in the sky, the leaves are brown. All the leaves are... Which I know is a joke I've done before. Last year in fact, but that's besides the point. I just thought it'd be useful to, not useful, just thought it'd be fun. It probably wasn't that funny, never mind. So yeah, it's turning into autumn where we've got all those nice things going on. It looks like a beautiful day out, but you just know it's absolutely freezing outside, and I've got to go outside because I've got some monetary things to take care of. I've got something else to take care of, which is my voice apparently turning into sandpaper. Yeah, I need to go into the high street to pay a check into the bank, and I've also got to cash in some scratch cards that I won on. Not any big amount. There were 2 scratch cards, both of them won £1, so I need to go and cash those in because yeah, why not? Extra £2 in the pocket is probably okay. So there's some things that need to be caught up on, because it's been a while since I've vlogged reasonably properly, so I'm going to do my best to try and catch you up on some things. I've been working an awful lot, so that's one of the main reasons why there hasn't been that much of a vlog for a while, because I didn't really have the time to. I've been working all sorts of hours and just not been around to do the videos, so it's kind of been that's been my weeks. Even if I had vlogged, most of the entries in it would have been today I went to work and then I came back from work, yesterday I went to work, and stuff like that. So we're not really missing out on all that much. The other important thing that I need to tell you is that I obviously started my teaching job again on that I did on the Saturdays, and I had to miss the first week due to my being at work at the pub, and I went back on the second week, and I was told that the next week, so the third week, that was last week in fact, that would be the last week, because then this coming Saturday I missed the first week because I wasn't there, second week I was there, third week I was there, fourth week, which will be tomorrow, there are no classes. So I turned up on the second week and was told that the third week, i.e. last week, would be my last, which is actually not really a bad thing, really, that much. So I don't do the teaching anymore. It's sad because you know, no one likes being dismissed from a place, so I was a bit upset about it because I didn't particularly want to leave. Having said that, my plan was to stick with that teaching up until Christmas and then see how I felt about it, because well, I'm doing more hours at the pub now. I needed to work out how plausible it would be for me to carry on doing both without driving myself into the ground through tiredness, and putting my own health aside to try and make sure I could do both of these things. By having the decision taken out of my hands, it kind of allows me to focus on working at the pub a little bit more often and putting my time in there without necessarily worrying about my health going down the pan, which, as you can probably discern, it kind of is a little bit. So it's not all bad. It's a little bit sad, but it's probably a good thing. You know, I haven't got to be spinning so many plates, so I can kind of focus a bit on looking after myself and just working on something that's more likely to move forward. So it's not a bad thing. It's presumably quite a good thing. Just a bit sad. And I mean, I said to the headmaster there, it's like, that's fine, you know, I understand your decision, because he's got to cut back some costs and stuff, and he has teachers there that are far better qualified to do the job than I am. You know, he has people there that are drama teachers during the week, you know, that it is their day job, and he has people there that are professionally trained and stuff, so they can do the job far better than I can. But I said to him, you know, I probably get where you're coming from, but should you need a pair of hands one week, or someone to help out on a show or something like that, as long as I'm given enough notice, I will try and, you know, and be there, because there's no point burning all your bridges, is there? You know, there's a saying that my step grandfather always says to me without fail, and it is very true. It's not what you know, it's very much about who you know. And so off of the back of that, there's no point me burning my bridges with people unless I absolutely have to, because you have no idea when they're going to be more helpful to you further down the line. And I think that's pretty much the news. My iPod went through the washing machine the other day. That's something I should tell you. My iPod went through the washing machine, so that's another iPod that I've gone and broken. There was no hope of saving it. It was beyond saving. I mean, it put in a good innings. You know, there was a lot of music on there, and you know, God knows it worked hard, but there was no saving it. I mean, it was water damaged anyway, but there was a crack on the screen that's been there for a while, so even though all the water will have gotten in through all the circuitry at the bottom where the charging ports are and all that, it would have just leaked straight through into the screen as well. There was no saving. My headphones went through the washing machine as well with my iPod, and my headphones still work. But the iPod is beyond saving, and I think that makes it my third or fourth iPod to bite the dust, which is a shame, but there we go. Christmas is on the way, yay! So I can have a new one for Christmas maybe. But yeah, as everywhere's very keen to point out now, you know, it's on the way. So I need to start preparing for that further down the line. I think though that is pretty much kind of everything. I was going to do this vlog outside on the way to pay my money into the bank, but I thought I'd probably just do it indoors. It's been a while since I've vlogged, so I didn't really want to jump back in the deep end and vlog outside, so I kind of just cozied up in a chair to do it instead. That's besides the point anyway. I've got work later on. I start work at 7 tonight and start work at 7 tomorrow night, which is quite nice. But this week I've done Monday. I was working from, I think I did a 6 until we closed on Monday. I think I did a little bit on Tuesday. Excuse me, a little bit of I did a small shift Tuesday morning, and that's been it this week. I guess it's been a relatively quiet week this week, but yeah, it's... Oh, and I did work yesterday, yeah, and I worked Tuesday yesterday from 12 until 6. Tuesday? No, yesterday was Thursday. But yeah, that's kind of that's probably caught up now. But I'm gonna wrap this up and get it all edited and stuff. Mind you, I've got Saturdays now to edit things on, so that's good. This is the other thing as well about not having to do the teaching on Saturdays, is now I have a Saturday back. I mean, I was going to say I haven't had one of those for ages, but I have, because obviously when they break up for summer and for holidays and stuff, I get my Saturdays back. But I don't quite know how to explain it. It's weird because it feels like I haven't had a Saturday to myself for a long time. Even though, I have when we break up for summer. It's kind of after that summer I know that I've got to, I give up my Saturdays again to do the teaching and that. When I was younger, maybe we're looking, it must have been like 14 to, I don't know, 18, maybe 13 to 18, something like that, 5 years or so, I don't know. Excuse me. I had a paper round near where I lived, and I did that for, so I thought I could hear something. Did that for a good number of years. So obviously that was every weekend. I did that Saturday and Sunday mornings. So I'd be up at 7:30, round to the shop for 7:45, and then just rattle all the papers and be home again about 9ish. And then after a couple of years, maybe from when I was about 14, I joined Italia Conti as a student and did Saturday acting classes. So I was a student in the classes that I taught, that I went on to teach, I guess is the proper way to say that. So, I'd get up early on the Saturday, do my paper round, and then have breakfast, and then go to Conti's on the Saturday, be there for an hour, and then come back. And that was kind of it. I was a student there for about 4 years. And then once I hit 18, I was offered a job working there and teaching there. And I've done that for the best part of 5 years. So I've been going up there for nigh on 10 years nearly. It would have been 10 years next year pretty much. That's what I mean by it feels like I haven't had a Saturday, because I've had the 10 years that I was doing that, plus the couple of years before where I was on my paper round and that. I don't know when I stopped doing judo, because I used to do judo on Saturdays, and I cannot remember how old I was when I stopped doing judo. Now it feels like I've got a Saturday back where I haven't got to worry about doing anything, which is nice for a little while, because as soon as my boss knows at work, I'm imagining I'm going to get some Saturday daytime shifts and stuff, which is fine by me, because I lose my pay now for the money that I got paid doing the teaching and stuff, so I lose that money, so I need to recover that somewhere. So it turns out I could hear something. My sister's laptop just decided to start playing something, whatever she was last watching. I don't really know. It sounded intimidating, whatever it was, and I had to change position to accommodate for the changing light and stuff, so I didn't get the laser beams in the camera. This time I am gonna finish, because like usual I said I was going to, and then I started rambling about something or other. The annoying thing is I had something else to say, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. That's it. I just remembered what it was about. It was to do with what I was saying in the last vlog about the bone marrow and stem cell donation leaflet that I got. I've been trying to give it some actual thought and really kind of think about if it's something that I want to do. It's very heavy. It's a very heavy responsibility to take on, and I'm still undecided, which I guess is good. You need to think about stuff like that really seriously, and I'm trying to. I just don't know. I'm presuming I've got until my next blood donation appointment to decide, because that's what I've got to take that leaflet in with me to my next one, and I think my next one is November sometime. I believe late November, maybe. I think I'm fairly sure I booked another one. Yeah, November. So I've got a little while to decide, and presumably I could make the choice, not to this time, but maybe next time or something like that. I don't know. It's heavy. It's a big responsibility to decide on that sort of thing, because you do save lives with bone marrow and stem cells. So I'm going to give it a lot more thought, and I will of course let everybody know when I've come to a decision on it. But for now, I haven't. So that's where we stand on that issue. But I am thinking about it long and hard, and we'll see what turns up. That is it now. I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care. Bye bye.